everybody. It's me, Carmine DeStefano, the Bookman. And I am a Fire Emblem psychopath. So when I heard that Tecmo was going to make its version of Fire Emblem in its Warriors type, I was right on board, had my Switch ready and everything. And here it is, today, whether you know it or not, Fire Emblem Warriors. So what do I think of this game so far? Well, I've never played any of the Warriors games before, like Dynasty Warriors or Hyrule Warriors. I've never played any of these games, so it's my first real foray into this whole new type of gameplay. And it's hack and slash, so I'm used to hack and slash. And it seems, because a lot of people, when they were watching the previews and stuff, were saying, oh, it's repetitive, all those Tecmo games are repetitive and everything. And it might be repetitive at some point or another, but seeing as how they've implemented the greatest long-running JRPG series out of all of them, Fire Emblem, into this, it actually makes the game so much more. There's so much more to do, to the point where it's almost becoming overwhelming now. You can have partner-ups, you'll have the support conversation, like there are so many different Fire Emblem portions or pieces or personalities in this game that it doesn't really make it just a hack and slash game. I mean, it starts off and it kind of seems a little slow, but then right away, man, chapter 2, and you are just in it, and you have so much information just being fed to you, to the point where, like I said, you'll almost want to back out and say, hey, I can't keep up with this. Now, I'm hoping that I can figure out how to do the whole battle command thing, because you don't want your warriors just hanging around doing nothing. But really what it comes down to is the controls are spectacular. The Switch controller is so responsive, to the point where it's almost overly responsive. Seeing as how I'm so used to the PS4, where nothing responds to anything, the Switch Joy-Con controllers and the little bass and everything, that really makes this game so much easier to play. But there are times when you're popping off your abilities and you're not really doing it to anybody. That's kind of weird. But whatever the case, the game itself is easy to kind of pick up and get into, but to really go through the depths of it seems like it's a little bit more involved, which is good. It's a good way to keep the play fresh, and you have the elements of the game Fire Emblem themselves and the characters that these games are based on, everything. You have those elements involved. So it's not just a regular Warriors game or anything, or a regular hack and slash game. There is a little bit more to it than that. What it comes down to is the roster. What's the roster going to be? I understand in terms of storyline why Frederick is in here from Awakening. I didn't see any purpose to him, so hopefully his inclusion in this didn't get somebody from Awakening or from another one of the games. I've seen some of the characters that they've had. I'm hoping those aren't the only ones to an extent, but because you can bring 4 to each chapter, so you can go through 4 different characters. So you don't need to limit it to just 1 or 2 or whatever every map. And on top of that, since you don't have to limit it to 1 or 2, since you have 4 in a group, you can have like 25. And if it is a Fire Emblem game of any kind, you're going to need at least 30 people in your party. So I'm hoping that there are some other characters that I would like to see in it. If not, I'll deal with it, because the game is fun to play. I mean, what it comes down to is, if you like hack and slash games that are a little bit more thought-provoking, this is your kind of game. So, like I said, the roster is very important. Who's going to be in this game? I've seen a lot of the announced characters. We'll see who else they add to it. But as the game stands on its own, I find it to be really, really interesting and a really good take on Fire Emblem, and a really good bunch of additions to hack and slash games, especially the ones that I'm used to playing. Overall, the game so far plays really well. It is a whole lot of fun. It's very involved, and really, when we're already talking about the Awakening characters, you know, this early in the game, that can't be bad when you're playing most of those Awakening characters. So, if you are a fan of hack and slash games, I would definitely suggest playing this. If you're a Fire Emblem fan, I would also suggest playing this. If you're not really either one, or you never really got interested in any of these, I would say if you have the opportunity, take a look. This game is a little bit different. You'll see. It's a little different. Thank you all for watching. I have more for you soon to come, so stay tuned, take care, and have a great day. So wait a minute, is this that time when Mario rented that SUV? It had the biggest cup holders.